1 second. Ah, shucks. Ch -ch -ch -ch. Just I should just get to it. Alright, perfection. This is weird. This never happened. Oh, perfect. I keep on saying perfect when things aren't perfect. It's more of just quick problem solving. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yo, yo, not much, man. Just making it in these crazy streets. Ah, man. Yo, yo. What I'm drawing is I'm drawing Misfortune from Skullgirls. Feel like that'd be something cool to draw. Yep, yep. And with this one as well, I'm planning on doing some pretty big, extravagant background. And let me show it real quick. My tips on drawing as a beginner. One tip that I wish I knew earlier was doing gesture drawings. Now with gesture drawings, you basically try to draw under a select piece of time. It's pretty quick, but by doing it, you force yourself to understand and comprehend things faster. So, if you're drawing a woman, you got like 2 minutes to draw it. You're gonna try to, and it doesn't even matter if you mess up. You don't like. I do gestures sometimes I don't even finish on time, but doing that will definitely give your drawings more form, and you'll be able to do a lot more with it. Study like how things work, do anatomical studies, just draw a page of one thing, and you'll get better at that. And you just keep on working. Here, I have a pretty good link for gesture drawings. I'll put it in the chat real quick. One sec. Yeah, I give myself 2 minutes. I do 4 2 minutes and 2 5 minutes. I try to do that, in the morning. And then, I go back to drawing other things. So, pictures, and I animate, things like that. Here's the site. That's super useful. And all in all, just draw a lot and you'll definitely get better. Oh, don't worry, man. Everyone sucks. Everyone sucks for a really long time. But, eventually you just stop. It's weird. You just draw out all the bad drawings. Ah, shucks, man. You flatter me. Uh, it's like it's just all just a matter of doing. It's I deeply do appreciate that. I'm humbled by that. trying to come up with how am I going to draw all this jazz. And her head's too big, man. Oh, man. So, what's been going on with all you guys? What's been up in your life? Tell me. Something's wrong here. Keep on me drawing and erasing the same single bit of this picture. It has to be perfect. Oh, work? Ah. Well, I don't know much about League, but I do know a lot about losing. And all I can say is just keep on going. I am not relatable. Shit. Oh man. Do you think that I should have like someone else? Um, have I worked on a game? I have not worked on a game. I have friends who do, but not yet. I want to though. It's just that game coding terrifies me. Like I've tried it, and I was like, okay, you know what? I don't think I can be happy doing this. But you know, if the opportunity shows up, then I probably will. It's definitely something that I want to do. Speaking of games, Sonic Mania Plus, that's a thing that's coming out, and I'm so happy that it's a thing that's happening. Especially those Sonic cartoons. But I don't want to turn this into me talking about Sonic for like 3 hours. But yeah, man, that's. Ah man. Let me try something different with it. Oh, I am using Clip Studio Paint, which was what I feel is the best drawing software. I hate Photoshop. Um, the thing about Clip Studio is you can get it at a super low price, like 6 times a year. So like anytime there's like a holiday or something, it's like, oh hello, today we're having our new sale. This time you can get it 90% off. It's not 90%, but super low and super useful, and it can do a ton of stuff. You can even animate on this thing. but that's with the debut. With the X, man, this is becoming an advertisement for goddamn Clip Studio. Clip Studio X, you can animate, you can do everything, but debut is all you need if you want to just do super good art. Man, I wish I knew a way to make this like alright. Well, I'll get started on the line work for this. I feel like it's at a pretty good place. Yeah, it'll definitely be worth it. But you know, paper and pencil is, you know, the best, I feel. Besides, as long as you learn the foundation. My favorite football team. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not big into football. However, my favorite team, I would say, is the Saints. And I know that's a controversial opinion, but you know, it's mainly because, you know, I'm down here in the South. I'm in Louisiana. But I'm drawing misfortune from schoolgirls. But so I'm just on the side of the team just because of family and things like that. You know, like, yeah, the Saints are winning. But then there's the Philadelphia Eagles, which I like. I don't know the controversy. So like, what would end up happening is if I ever got into a conversation where someone's like, yeah, man, what team do you like? I'd offend so many people. Man, I remember this one time where I was at class. Oh, word? You live in Louisiana, man? Sweet. Okay, I'm not the only. Not one of the few people. But this is one time. Well, I know. It's like I don't know it, man. Is it? Please no, don't. I need people to see this. Look, I know that it's the wrong opinion, but it's all personal. I remember this one time where someone was like, "Yeah, man, hey yo, Derwin, what's your favorite team, man?" And I told them and I explained to them. They're like, "Wow, man, I can't talk to you no more," and it was hurtful, man. What's your favorite team? Terrible 2245. Like what's the right team? I know that the Saints are gonna win again one day. Oh, you're a Falcons fan? Look, man, listen, I'm not big into football. And know this, I do care about you. Because, A, you're giving me your time every day. But, after what happened at that Super Bowl, like, I don't remember how many years ago it was. And, I know I'm version of the past, but come on, dude, come on. Come on, you can't. Look what happened to you guys. You guys had it all for a second. And you lost. I lost a viewer. He's about to dislike my video. I'm about to get anthrax sent to my home. No. Oh man. Look, man. You know what? Let's just think about the art. Like, hey, man. I like anime titties. You probably like anime titties. Like we can still get down, man. I'm just joking. I'm joshing, man. Look, man, listen. I didn't come to this stream to be disrespected, buddy. It was a sad day, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't laughing. I was more like, damn, that's some shit. But you know what? Let's forget about that. Let's not bring up the past, man. Let's talk about happier things. Webtoons? I'm okay with webtoons existing. I don't read them or watch them because I don't know. I'm just not the audience, Probably is very good, But I will say though that I'm not the biggest fan of their ads. I feel like the ads are super, how do I say? I'll say patronizing. Cause it's always like, hey there, man. So one day I woke up. I mean, like, I don't want to shit on them, cause they're very talented artists. I just like making jokes about their advertisement tactics. But hey, do you like him, man? Do you like him, Donovan? Because, if you like him, then it's all good. No, I haven't. I don't really do comics. I want to do comics. I even write comic ideas and like rough panel them. Hopefully it's good. I think it might be good. But no, I haven't uploaded to Webtoons mainly because they accept comics, and while I do want to do comics, like animation takes up so much time and effort. And then I'm doing music on the side, which is just murder on me. I know nothing but pain when it comes to art. Man, why is this so hard? They're just circles. Draws for about 8 years, about 10 years, and doesn't know how to draw a circle. Ain't this something? So wait, what like happens in this story of God of High School? Like, pitch it to me. Like, what was it? So here's what happens in God of High School. Man, I'll probably work on some comics in the future. As long as, if people seem to like it, because I like writing. So who knows? Maybe it'll turn out grand. Further into anime. Any of you guys like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Oh snap. Something down? Yes, a man of class. See that, man? Yeah. Terrible 245, man. You understand where I'm coming from, man. Man, dude. So, like, part 5, right? Like, so I read the manga. And I'm in love with it right now. Well, I mean, I've read all the way up to, like, part 7. Not done with that yet. But the animation, oh, man. The music. Because you listen on the press conferences they have about part 5, you hear like the Giorno kick-ass theme, which is, and it's filled with pianos and solos. It's so good. Like, I just listen to it. I listen to the whole I listen to like a segment of the conference over and over again. Like, yeah, man, get it with the piano solo. Oh, jeez. That's me. at like from dusk till dawn. Yo, Terrible, when you catch a second, tell me like what your favorite part is. Cause I know you're in the middle of the game. I don't want to break off your concentration. Yeah, because it's a very little known fact about me that I actually care about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Most people are like, what? You, of all people? Especially when they check out my YouTube channel. Dude, it's the most fire. Yo, dude. So, like, it's the thing, right? It is, like, background music, but if you listen in on it, so it has, like, these guitars and, like, this piano. It's so part 5. Oh, part 7? Dude, Steel Ball Run, like, legit is... I haven't finished it. Now, know that. I'm, like, almost halfway done. But it is definitely a favorite part of mine. From just looking at how... like, everything's so deep. And, like, it's so expansive. It just sounds like... I just love it because it's super cool and it's super funny and super... But it is, like, I really enjoy how... I love Johnny and Gyro's friendship. I like the messages of Araki, like, about, like, trusting and faith and all that, faith and things like that. And I really like the characters. And the thing about it is, I cannot think of, like, for the most part, the characters are super well thought out about, and that's, you know, that's the thing about Araki. But it's just so impressive that so many things could be so interesting. Like, dude, I care about such minute things, because even the most minute things have interesting story plots, and you can look into it all day and you'll still be amazed by it. It's super brutal, you know that, but it's so rewarding. There's just so much, and, like, I think the big thing is that there's not a story like it, so I'm just like yo, whoa. But it is long, I will say that, though. Like, I haven't finished it, and if part 8 is, like, even somewhat as good as part 7, then I can't wait to read that too. Alright. Yeah, that sounds cool. Most high school friends. So there's a bunch of high schoolers kicking each other's asses? I do like seeing children fight each other. Not children. I'm basically a high schooler. But yeah, that sounds dope. Wait, what? They fight? God, whoa! This is a Greek story. This is an epic. Definitely sounds dope. It's so strange. A high schooler sounds like, hey yo, you, the god of fire. You ain't shit. It's like, whoa, just wreck his shit in. Yeah, I won't press you on too much information, because it does actually sound fascinating. But damn it, I was talking about something. Yeah, part 7, dope. Two pals on a quest for money, assembling the pieces of Jesus. It sounds like a fever dream, but it's really dope. There's so much heartbreak. What's another thing that's dope as of now? Siege. Can't really think too much of it. There's a ton of things, but I don't want to bore you guys with details. Like, hey guys, so here's what I like. I got this shit post on my channel, like it's unlisted, right? But it's of like, do you know the movie Black Dynamite? Well, if you do, if you don't, let me tell you real quick. It's about Black Dynamite. He is the black man incarnate, and you know he fights to save. You know, travels the world and stuff. It's a long story, but there's a problem, right? There are drugs being sold into the community, which is bad. Let me tell you. Dynamite. Exactly. Yeah, you getting it. So what I did in this shit post, right, was I just posted the face of Giorno from part 5 of JoJo, and I had him basically act out this scene where Black Dynamite just goes into like this room of pimps. And he's like, some guy's like, I think I'm gonna have to start selling drugs in the community, 'cause that's what people say. And Black Dynamite appears, like, no, you ain't selling shit in the community. It's like, oh my god, it's Black Dynamite. And then, he does the basic Black Dynamite thing. He threatens their lives and leaves. Yeah, that's a little thing. I say all that to say, I'm thinking. What did you know? Wait, what did you know? Part 2 of Black Dynamite? Wait, excuse what? No. What? There's gonna be a part 2 of Black Dynamite? What could it possibly? Because in the original Black Dynamite, the boss was Nixon. Like, Nixon, I know what you're doing. I'm like, oh, what? You're putting drugs in our water to make our dick small. I don't remember the exact plot. All I know is Nixon was the villain. So, like, what is it gonna be, Trump? 'Cause I don't want Trump on the face of Black Dynamite. But like, it's just, how would you work it? Because, you know, like, Nixon's all based off scandals like Watergate. There's a trailer. All right, bet. Give me a second. I'm gonna check this out. There's a pause on the draws. Black Dynamite 2. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Bullhorn. He's just so cool. Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so goddamn cool. Alright, well, I can't. I have a stream to do. I can't be looking at Black Dynamite all day. Oh. What? Oh, snap. Dang it, there's a whole thing happening while I was entranced by Black Dynamite. The animation that I did. Yeah. I did this animation where it's basically Lost Paws Noble on his quest to have the sec with a woman. So, what I used to make that? I used Toon Boom. I used Toon Boom to animate it. For backgrounds, I used the program I'm using right now, Clip Studio Paint. And I composited it all in Adobe Premiere. Forgive me, it's hard for me to remember these project names. I barely, because I'm just working. It's just, now it's time for me to make the videos, so time for the video app. But yeah, that's what I use for that. Oh, how was it? I loved it. I actually really did enjoy working on that project. Because, you know, it was me. I was like, you know what, let me make something for Noble. Because Noble is a really cool dude. Like, I really love that guy. And, you know, I liked that scene. It made me laugh. I was like, yeah, I can definitely make a cartoon out of this. So, sat down, bordered it up, drew it up, and then, yeah. So, an all-around grand time. So what was I saying before? Oh yeah, Black Dynamite. Yeah, dope. Oh man, and he's just so cool. I wish I could be Black Dynamite, but I don't think I could handle the stress of being just the 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 figure of what everyone wants to be. Yeah, be sure to check it out. Be sure to check out the animation. Be sure to check out the Black Dynamite trailer, and be sure to check out my latest speed draw. It will all be deeply appreciated. Oof. Oh wait a second. Yes, exactly. From drugs and the goons of Nixon. Like I would like oh, he has so many enemies. Fiendish Doctor Wu is honestly my favorite, one of my favorite villains. It's like, it is I, Fiendish Doctor Wu. Like, how evil can you be? Like, but while he deals with that stress, he also is able to take solace in his harem, his straight up ever growing harem that he possesses. Also been like checking out the animated series, and I hit the mic, and like the orphanage, a man with a heart of gold. The other thing too is like he could easily be a villain. Like the thing is he's just on our side because he works out of self-interest. Like he's like, I only care about 3 things in this world: pussy, the smiles of children, and the prosperity of the black man. And I'm like, yeah, I can get behind that. I love all those 3 things too. Then I got on this giant funk music binge after watching it. So I'm just like listening to a bunch of Curtis Mayfield. I can't play it now, but oh god, I'm listening to. Oh, you know what I did get into recently? Contemporary R&B, which is basically the R&B of like, I'm just so sad. Like like either you're just so sad or you're so much in love. You're one of those 2 things. And I love it because like that was my childhood. So I'm listening to like JoJo and shit. Not the anime, the singer. Try it out. Like when I listen to it, I just think about like you know, the woman who played it, which was my mother. Uh, yeah, contemporary R&B. Yeah, wait 1 second. Alright, perfect. Yeah, it's a dope little thing. Cause it just reminds me of like 2000. It wasn't a simpler time. In fact, I would say it's a more hectic time. It's just I'm conscious now. Now that I'm conscious, like, oh my god, the world's so crazy. But that's always been like that. Hmm? Oh hell yeah. Quick question. What would you guys think about me like streaming me animating? Because the thing is, I like streaming pictures because like there's an end goal. Like it's like yeah, I can see this guy. He's coming through with stuff. But with animation, it's like, all right, guys. Well, you guys see me today. You'll probably see me tomorrow working on the same scene. Hmm. Oh yeah, man. The world is complicated. But as long as you keep your ears and eyes open, it'll make sense. Oh, I won't say it'll make sense, but you'll find content. You're like, okay, yeah, this is how it be. Alrighty. Ah. Yeah. And like it's probably going to be for a long time. But that's why you make moves to make the lives with those close to you as fulfilling as possible. As long as you try to bring joy, then you're doing what you can. Grant, because I might do that. I might do some animation streams. I'll just have to have some stories in place because though while I do love my music, I feel like that won't be enough to satisfy those seeing me pressing Control Z 1,000 times. in the span of a couple hours. I'm not too sure. Ah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad that the process is even somewhat enjoyable. I appreciate that, dog. That's really nice of you. I should be making a real project soon. Cause I got some animation works that I'm planning on working on. Right now I'm just trying to animate some outro stuff. Hmm? Yo, that's what's good. Hello? One sec. Yo. BRB, guys. I gotta go do something real quick. Alright, I'm back. Shit. second. No, I don't have a Switch. I want a Switch, but as of now, I can't afford it. Because otherwise, I'd be beating ass in Smash. Because that's what I'm about. Like, I don't have a Switch, but I am excited for all the games that are coming out on the Switch. Maybe it's like hopeful wishing. Like, one day, it could be me who could also play Crash Bandicoot on the Switch. Yo, bro.
Let me see. God damn, dude.
What's up?
Where's Doodlin or Mom?
I think he's doing some work outside.
Carter's gone. I didn't see him. I got no way to get to boxing again. Why do they keep doing this to me? Like, Brother Ness literally said, like, hey, I'll take you to and from boxing. And then he stopped bringing me home. And his dad had started bringing me home. And now he's not even bringing me there anymore. They haven't brought me for 2 weeks now. And then he asked me if I was slacking. And I'm like, I'm not slacking. You don't ever take me to practice anymore. You know? Like, it's annoying.
Yeah, no, I don't have a Switch. Do you have a Switch? It'll be dope to have one, dude. Cause like, the Switch, like, I know it's no longer a popular thing to talk about, like, how revolutionary the Switch is, but on the real, like, it's really, like, it's the closest that I've felt to, like, you know, like the nostalgia of having, like, a Game Boy, like, having something to entertain you on the go. Like, I feel like that's super interesting, like how Nintendo tapped into that, and also how much of a success it's been. Like, the people love it. It's selling like hotcakes. It's all around like a very amazing console. And with this new, what's it called? Dang, how did I forget? Super Smash Bros. Game. Like, I mean, like, hey, of course there'd be a new Super Smash Bros. Game for it, but still, like, you shouldn't underplay such smart business tactics. Because there's always something to learn. Should make it lighter. Yeah, like the PSP. Another dope piece of hardware that just changed the game up. Like, it's just super cool. And tons of people can be friends with it. Just, hey, just smart. I think there's all the another thing that's super cool too is like there's all these games being released for the Switch, like so many indie developers. When I saw Undertale, when I saw Undertale was on the Switch, I'm like, yo, something's changing in the world. Now, like there might have been some Wii U games that indie developers were using, but I couldn't tell you one off the top of my head. Like it just. The only thing that I feel the Switch should be useful for is like playing videos and stuff like that. Because that's what the market is saying as of now. Like, why can't we be on Netflix? And if they did that, they'd be so in the clear. Because the Xbox. Yeah, exactly. Like, could you imagine? Like, there's iPhone, sure, but can't play a video game on your iPhone.
Yes, you can.
Well, I mean, you can, but I'm saying like you can't play Sonic Mania or Super Mario Odyssey on your iPhone.
Fortnite.
That's not a game. But yeah. So they just did that. They just added like Netflix or video playing software, then they'd be so in the clear. Cause like the Xbox is more of an entertainment system as of now than an actual console.
You're incorrect.
No, like there's a bunch of games on it, right? But
From
that's
your
not.
perspective, someone who only watches videos obviously seems like an entertainment person. It obviously seems like people watch more videos.
Name me 3 games that people are. Name me 3 games that are like, yo, dude, Xbox. We have to get an Xbox. We can play this game. The only one I can think of is like Destiny and Halo.
Forza,
And
Destiny, Halo.
huh?
Forza, Destiny, Halo.
Forza. What's Forza?
It's a racing game. You don't play video games. You can't be like, maybe if you play video games, you can say that. But since you don't, you can't be like.
Des,
Xbox.
I look at the environment, dude.
I don't think you do.
Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, that's what I think on the entire subject. But just because I say it doesn't mean it's true. You know, I could be wrong. Yeah, exactly. They're exclusives. Like, Destiny. But the thing is that Destiny was a very good game, but I've seen like a lot of discourse about it. Like people are like, I can't believe Destiny did this, and like there are all these call out posts on Destiny. I was like, God damn, what did Destiny do? Exactly. Nobody plays Forza. Like, what the? I don't know, man. It's just, PlayStation is super smart with the way they do things because they got a lot of exclusives. And the other thing too is like how you advertise yourselves. Like, no one's going to E3 like, I wonder what Xbox is gonna do this year. It doesn't mean that Xbox is terrible. Far from it. But like, to be dismissive of these criticisms, it would just be dishonest. Hmm? Exactly, there aren't that many. And doesn't and here's the thing, like it's just that Xbox just doesn't have their focus there. Like that's just not where their focus is. Doesn't mean they're a bad company. It's just that's not what they care about. They mainly care about like having a pretty good entertainment system. Like, and people always had a disposition with Microsoft and their like tactics. They didn't like how the gold membership was like $100 a month and stuff like that. There's been all this discourse, so of course like people are like, man, in the games, like listen, Halo, hey, people love Halo, and I love Halo too. Halo's not my big thing, but like that comes down to like you can't have one game and that be your saving grace. Now people might buy a system for one game, but it's like, come on, man, this is not what their focus is. Like Nintendo, Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, tons of games, tons of marketable games too. That's like well-rounded for everyone. PlayStation, like Persona, shit. I'm not big on. This is the thing. I only know the PlayStation games that aren't their exclusives, where I'm like, wow, this is a really cool Japanese game, man. I want to play this. And then it's just like, hey, man, PlayStation. Like, what about online? Like, I want to play Shin Megami Tensei, but no Steam version. Dang, I need to work. Keep on going on these tangents about game studios. Yeah, I would definitely feel that. Like, cause they go to like, hey, remember this thing? And then they go to, here's this new thing. And it's just, and the buyers get so frustrated, and I feel bad for the buyers. Sometimes I feel like they deserve it, but no, I don't. But yeah, like they get so frustrated, and there's all these problems, and then there's problems with how Microsoft deals with certain workers and reviewers and things like that, and how they pay off people and all this. It just results in like a very exhausted fan base. And then along with that, you're not even like really selling games to them. They are. Yeah, like they're trying to find like what's the new thing. And they hop back into like they hop back into those old games. But one thing that's like super eternal, Like, all right, Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty, and Halo are like super replayable games. People love replaying those games. But when it comes to new things, you just have to, either make what they want or, I like it. It's hard. I don't have the answers, right? But I'll tell you this: with the new Halo, so much hype. People are ready for that new Halo game. It has like they're like, I don't care about the story. I just want this old kit. I really don't know about much about Halo. I'm a Sonic kid, but they're so ready for that. They're so ready for just something that harkens back to the good old days in a new, improved format. And that's why remakes are so popular. One thing that also interests me is like other game companies like Bethesda, and like the big thing that fascinates me as of recently was the new Fallout, the new Fallout 76, because a lot of people got like, no, I refuse to pre-order this game. We need gameplay. What is this? Like, there's people like, it's gonna be great. Then there's the other people who are like, it's gonna. I don't know, dude. I'm like, yo, there's a lot of problems. And then you check out like Nintendo, and Nintendo is just like, they're just making creative new games. Nintendo's problems lie elsewhere. It really deals with them business-wise. I will say though that they have taken a change for the better. But the thing was that happened that made me laugh. Like I chuckled really hard at this. Was that the president who like brought in the Switch and like all these other things like during his era of Nintendo, after he was like done for like 3 years, I think, he retired. It's like, you're welcome. I'm done now. So he just left, and I was like, yo, this is great. I mean, terrible for everyone else. Who knows? All I hope is like there's no call out post of this, like someone's checking the stream like, Dman Dboy just doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, I'll tell you this, I love Forza. That's my favorite game. What do you know? Like, I have no ill will towards anyone like about their opinions on these sorts of things. But who knows, man? Hopefully things go grand. Yeah, as long as there's a good end to it, then I'm happy. That's all I want. I just want fun games to play with my family and friends. All I want to do is tell people get good, scrub, and have a gay old time. I am so glad you think I'm good at drawing backgrounds. Okay, I will say this. Draw shapes first. You draw shapes, and then you start inserting details into those shapes, and then you start erasing. It's hard at first. Here's the thing, it just takes time. Like, I hate drawing backgrounds. Well, I used to. Now I tend to enjoy it a bit more. But I hated it because it just took a while. It requires patience and hard work. And I just want to draw cute girls. Like this. But making a little world for this is very important. So, break it down into shapes. Start adding details. Start adding what you feel would work. Another big thing, too, is, look at other artists. Look at what they do and say, that's really cool. I really enjoy that. And the more you start, the more you breathe in art, the more you just start being more artistic and think, oh wow, that's a really cool thing that he did. Maybe I could integrate that into my style, or integrate that into my piece. This cloud in the background, I got from seeing looking in art books and things like that, and saying whoa, dude, I really like the way these clouds feel. It's very relaxing. It's super, intriguing. But with these things, I looked at pictures of little Innsmouth, and I thought let me reimagine these in the sense of upward blocks. And I broke it down and I started adding details to it. Then you color it, and then it's a bit better after that. It's just a series of things going up. Keeps on getting better and better. Ah, shit. Damn it, I went quiet again. Forgive me. Ugh. Drinking coffee. To remind myself that I can still feel joy. So bleak. Anyway. Yes, I do. I love coffee. Coffee's amazing. It's one of my favorite treats. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I love it. It's gives me a little bit of dopamine, makes me happy for a second. People giving me hell because I put a fair amount of sugar in it. You know, they're like, "Oh my God, Derwin, you're not even drinking coffee. You're just basically drinking juice." I'm like, "No, it's coffee. It's bitter." I do this petty thing where when I'm out in public, what I do is I drink coffee with like no sugar in it, right? I like to like assert my dominance. I'm like, yeah, I don't need sugar in my coffee. So I do that, you know, no one cares. No one's ever asked me like, whoa, he drinks coffee bear. But it's something that I do. Well, you're wrong. I mean, like, I actually do like coffee, like bare, like no sugar and no nothing. But it is an acquired taste. I'm not gonna tell you to try it out again because, hey, like, I got friends who hate coffee. I also have friends who hate me, but that's okay. Like, I'll tell you this. What I do with my coffee is I add like sugar to it. I add like 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar, and you know, then I just drink for like the whole day. I have like 2 to 3 cups of it. It's almost a problem. It's a problem when I run out. We all have our vices. I don't know, there's probably something. Like, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I hate macaroni and cheese. Like, that's something that I despise. Like, anytime I met like a family get together and like, yo, we got some macaroni and cheese. I'm like, whoa, so you got some more food that I'm not gonna eat. That's so great. I'm so happy. Doesn't mean that macaroni and cheese is, you know, well, I mean, it is terrible to me, but hey, a lot of people like it. What am I listening to? Shouldn't say that about music, especially music that's leagues above mine. I feel that. I feel that. Drinking water, that's healthy. A lot smarter. Makes you live longer. I make sure to drink water before I drink coffee, cause what ends up happening is if you drink too much coffee, well, not if you drink too much coffee. If you don't drink enough water, you can get like a splitting headache. I'm saying like headaches that make you feel like 12 men hit you upside the head with a bat, man. It's terrible. Woke up, I was like, man, why is this so terrible? I went to my mom, like, Mom, what's the problem? It's like, oh, Derwin, you don't drink enough water. You get your life together. I'm like, what? Next thing you're gonna tell me is I should floss more. Like, it. But no, like, that's smart. What's good about vinyl? Ooh, dude, prepare for a long conversation. Here's the thing. I love vinyl, but it's like, so one of the big things is like the audio quality is beyond good because it doesn't sound like recording. It sounds like sound. And what I mean by that, it's something that like I saw a YouTube video. I'm like, yeah, that's right, yeah. But it's so natural. Like, you know, the vinyl fuzz, like the scratch, like the, but it's so soft and smooth. So like the audio quality is beyond normal. Like, and you know, people typically are like, oh my god, it's so low quality, but like that's so wrong. It's actually the highest quality. It's just, it's so different. But so yeah, that's super good about it. Like the sound of it is just beautiful and so warm, and there's few things like it. Another thing that's super good about it is like it's such an antique. It's so of its time, and it's just so like it comes down to like personality. Like I love old things. I feel like, you know, who knows, maybe vinyls will, because a lot of the vinyls that I own, right, are like out of production. And what ends up happening is I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be valuable one day, but I'm probably not gonna sell it. Like, here you are, son. Here's my vinyl. Like, Dad, no one has a record player anymore. But so it's a very good antique. It's like a bit of like knowing, like I'm very big on understanding the world around you and like understanding history, and for me personally, it gives me like a very defined, like it helps with my sense of self, and something to help with like how I see like, whoa, this used to be how people got down back in the day. You know, they used to get a vinyl and then they work things out from there. So it's so of its time. Oh man. Yeah, the sound's great. The fact that it exists and that I own it is so interesting. It's so fascinating too. Like, I was basically just vibrations, just grooves in a disc to make a sound, and it's all around just amazing. And I got a lot recently. So like, there's this record shop where I live, and sometimes they just give out free records. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, let me get some of this. So, you know, I get some records, and then, you know, I bring them home, and, you know, I listen to it, see what's good and what's bad. It's a lot of techno vinyls, actually, which is so weird to me. But I found this one. Someone threw it away. It was basically like a recording of like two of Beethoven's like songs. I can't remember the exact ones, but, you know, they're the classics. Everyone knows it. And dude, this shit's from like the 60s. You can smell the old on it. Like, it's so goddamn old. Like, I'm pretty sure that at some point Beethoven himself touched it. I don't care if it was like released in the 60s. That it's so goddamn old. But yeah, that's something that's super cool about it. And then, you know, like, it's such a weird thing too, is because, like, I would say art today, it's super unfiltered. But when I listen to vinyls, it reminds me, like, no, artists just kept on fighting for things to be unfiltered, and now it's a lot more apparent. Because with the record that I did for that animation of Black Sheep, I was floored by how, like, abrasive they were. Like, the first track on side A is basically like, they call themselves the doo-doo eating, premarital sex having. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so brutal. Like, Geo Jolly. But I love that. You know, it's all a personal thing. I just love seeing old things like that, and just, it's so interesting. You know, it comes back down to music. And I'm able to get some of my favorite bands too, like the Manhattan Transfer. Heard their shit, like, I found that shit on vinyl. I'm like, yo! Then I found some of my favorite singer, like my favorite female singer of all time, Eartha Kitt. Found her record. And it's also really weird reading, because, like, they usually have, like, messages on the vinyl. And it's so weird to hear about these people so contemporary. Like, yes, so Miss Eartha, you know, she was doing this thing today, and it's so interesting to talk to her. It's so of its time, you know. Like, I definitely recommend, like, even if you can't even listen to it, I recommend buying a vinyl, because it's an experience just to hold one, you know. Like, I got some Jimi Hendrix, that's cool, you know. But yeah, like, I could talk about that all day, but I feel like that would get boring at some point. But yeah, man, like, it's just dope. Just dope, and it's worth it. But, like, what are some things that you're into, Terrible? Like, what, like, tell me. Cause that's just a good little hobby outside of drawing to keep me preoccupied. I mean, you know, like, if you're able to, then try to get one. But, you know, I'm not gonna switch it for it. It's just something, you know, like, oh, boxing? Huh. I don't know a lot about boxing. I know a little bit about machines and a little bit about boxing. All I know is, like, about, like, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Then there's, quick question. What do you think about this KSI Logan Paul stuff? Because, like, that's a big thing in the ethos. It's in my household. Oh, shit, hit it again. Because, like, there's all these people. So I found out recently through outside sources that Scarce would be boxing Ruka Ali, and that's hilarious to me. There's just so much shit happening. Yeah, I think it's cool too. I'm not the biggest. I'm real I'm not the biggest fan of it. However, I do find it really fascinating. And then there's just all these people coming out of the woodworks, just like, oh my god, this is happening. Let me get in on this. Like, I just think it's, at least it's something, you know. I will definitely say that it's interesting. Also, like, oh man, there's so much like controversy about like, do you think KSI's gonna win? Do you think Logan's gonna win? I'm like, whoa. Like, the thing that fascinates me though, like on the real, is Deji, which is KSI's little brother, or older, I forgot. But his name. I like laughing at Deji, but I think he might win. Like, he looks like he actually gives a shit and is training. So, but I just keep on seeing all these people like, there's no way! It is literally impossible! I'm like, that's just a cool thing. But in the field of machines, so I don't get like bombarded with people like saying like, oh my god, Derwin cares about this thing. Like I really don't. It's just more of something that's happening. I'm like, let me just talk about that real quick. But I do too. I'm a real with you. I kind of do. But another thing is, yeah, Deji is younger. Yeah. It's just like, it's just, oh man, he's, I will always be supportive of Deji, but I will never stop laughing at him. Like, I'm on his side, but I'm not gonna stop laughing at him, dude. But I'm in the field of electronics and machines. So did you hear about Elon Musk? He made this like this submarine to save some kids. He's basically Batman, you know. Like, I saw that being thrown around a lot. That's the thing, right? Like, so I don't look into it. My little brother does. He looks into the Deji and like the KSI fight, right? But the thing is, Deji, like, one thing that I've kept on hearing is like, you can't look at his videos to see if he's gonna win or not. You gotta look at like him training with KSI, because there's there's a theory that what he does is like he fakes that he's not even training that hard, but in all actuality he is. It's more like just kayfabe, so people think like, yeah, he's still gonna lose, but you know, like, it seemed. Hey, I'll say one of the big things that made me feel like, yeah, he's actually caring, he's doing something, is when he moved out of his own house. Like, I've been in spats but I've never thought about moving out of my own house, let alone if I paid for it. So there's, who knows? We'll see when we see it on YouTube. Man, I wish Leafy was still around. Well, not really. I just feel bad for the guy. But if this should happen while Leafy was around, I'm like, oh, jeez. I think I should even delete this entire conversation. Man, there's a lot of speculation. Like, hey, so Leafy like stopped floating. I'm not the biggest Leafy fan, I'm gonna be real with you, but I saw this video by Emperor Lemons, 51 minutes, very good watch. But it went into like about, because a lot of people are like, oh my god, only Content Cop did it. But this guy, this Emperor Lemon, went in, found out the truth, and I will say though that there's a lot of truth to what he was saying. But basically, like, some conspiracies about YouTube taking him out, like mainly because of the demonetization software, demonetization machine. Cause that was a big thing, and you know, like how his videos just weren't being recommended by many people. Like it. I'll say this, the gels fit very much. But I felt bad for the guy because I'm like, god damn, because I watched his videos for a second. I was like, yeah, well, you know, something good while I'm drawing, you know. But then, you know, I was like, okay, it's not for me. This isn't my kind of content. But then, like, how cruel everything was. Just a very volatile area Leafy was in. Like, everyone behind him was trying to stab his back, and vice versa. And just the whole game changed, dude. You know, drama just wasn't as popular as it used to be. Well, I'll say it's popular, but it's very dangerous to do, because then YouTube be like, alright, handle him as well. It's something interesting. Something a bit extra to care about. To break up the nothing. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much. Man, such a volatile state we're in on YouTube. So much stuff happening. Yeah, he did. Like, Elon just did it to help the kids out because they're like trapped in a cave in Thailand. yeah, the guy was efficient, and like that's something that's amazing. Like he's really using his money and power for good. And to be honest with you, I'm frankly astounded. I'm so happy that that's a thing. Cause like we always want to do something, but we don't know what we can do. And it's just grand, dude. Save those kids. Well, I'm not sure if he saved them yet, but I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. But all this progress that was made for him, like to do it, like you're the man is extremely powerful, but he uses his powers for good. Like making flamethrowers, sending cars into the moon, into space, just to prove a point. He can't be stopped. I love it. But things can go south for me very fast. I'll say that. Like if Elon just said, you know what, I'm done. I want to be evil. Then we'd all be fucked, dude. It's like I want to bring fire to. I want to clean the world. I'm like, what do you mean by that, Elon? Don't worry, you're cool. Like, what does that mean, Elon? But yeah, man, like him doing that, that's beautiful. But yeah. Let me redo this. Yeah, exactly. That, like, if he really wants to, I think he can fly. Like, there is nothing stopping him. You know who I really feel bad for? Anyone who's like an enemy of Elon Musk. Like, hello guys, it's me, Elon Musk. And after looking at my stocks in Tesla, I decided that I want to bring hell upon a specific individual. And this is not a metaphorical hell, literally hell. You see, through the power of science, I, Elon Musk, have found a way to send demons from the netherworld to destroy John Johnson. I hate you, John. You will die. You will pay for making fun of my Tesla stocks. Yeah, that stuff just fascinates me. Yeah, exactly. And that's what scares me. And guess what? What really what messes me up is that. Hello, it's me, Elon Musk. And I know electric power cars are the new thing, but what about, now hear me on this one, hell energy? You see, I have opened a portal to hell, and I have all these demons on treadmills powering my car. The thing that's so interesting too is like, no one could stop him. If he said like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going, like, no, I'm not gonna stop. Like, I can't think of one man who could literally say stop Elon and something would happen. But I can think of all the innocent who will scream stop Elon. No more Elon. You should have bought my stocks. You should have bought my goddamn stocks. I don't know why I'm making fun of this dude. He's a really good guy. Like, this dude is making dreams come true. Like, when I found out he sold flamethrowers, that's when I was like, this man is powerful. Like, I think Elon is working on ways to understand the fourth dimension, and he's gonna find out a way how to use that. Like, I'm gonna use the fourth dimension for Tesla stocks. Like, I just don't know what's next. I literally don't know what's next. 'Cause I don't care who you were, who you are, or who you were. Like, no one expected him to save a bunch of kids, but he did it. He did it. Yeah, just tracing. Elon develops a way how to steal people's souls. Just takes their souls. I think I remember one day I was like listening to like Jordan Peterson, I think. I'm not too sure. But he was talking about like when he was talking with Elon. And he was saying like, now the thing about Elon is he's a man of action. Anything he desires, he will work hard so that he can attain it. Yeah! It's some shit! It's a whole ass flamethrower. This dude. Why did he make this flamethrower? We don't know. Wait. David, I would like to appreciate you for your payments. Take these souls. But Aren't these the souls of mortals? Don't worry, they're not people to me. They didn't buy my goddamn stocks. Like, thank you. Thank you. Fuck. Do you even think that he could die at this point? I don't think so. If anyone develops a way for immortality, I think it's gonna be Tesla. Dude, you know what would be the scariest thing that like people can have nightmares about? Is like if one day, you know, I'm just on Twitter, like you're just on Twitter, right? And then you're like checking up Tesla, like, oh, not Tesla. Fuck. Elon Musk. I keep on saying Tesla. Elon Musk. You just look on his Twitter. He just says, "You will all pay." If I heard that, if I just read "You will all pay" by Elon Musk's Twitter handle or Elon Musk's Twitter, I'd shit myself, dude. I might, like, oh. What does Elon have in store? Hell have no fury like I, Elon Musk. He starts it's just mitosis. He just starts splitting apart into other Elon Musk with equal brain power. If he clones himself and like two minds think alike, and then you just keep on stacking on top of their bullshit. Oh man, beauty and terror. Shucks, man. Oh man, jeez. I gotta talk about something else that has to be. Because the more I think about it, the more like a bit, like a little bit scared, but also like exhausted. I'm like, yo, fuck, dude. But yeah, something else I was want to talk about.
Hey, Dboy.
No, yo, it's good.
It's every day, bro.
What is that? Is that some kind of reference?
It's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow. What are you doing?
It's Prime Day crash. What's the Prime Day crash?
Who are you talking to?
Huh? I'm just streaming.
You're streaming?
Yeah, dude, don't pop that.
Can I pop it in? I want to hear what that would sound like.
No. How would you? No. Stop.
What would that sound like?
Is that glitter?
Maybe.
What?
I'd be out in the club. Anyway.
Stop.
You should do an ASMR video and be like,
"Hey guys, it's me, Doodlin.
Dude,
Today
we're gonna leave. Skedaddle.
That'd be funny. What are they saying? What's a Prime Day crash?
Oh, like apparently it's Prime Day.
It's what?
Prime Day. Like,
It's me, Derwin. Hey then.
That's not how I sound.
Hi guys, it's me, Dman, Dboy.
That'd be dope. That'd be a good time to get it. Get it while the getting's good.
What is Prime Day?
I don't know.
Ask the dude.
I think it's today. That's probably why I was able to get this. Ooh. Huh. Man, this one. But yeah. Yeah. Get some good shipping, get it in, and then be able to play all the good old games. Man, I want to play video games more. Oh, sweet, dude. Be able to get some good things for record prices. That's dope, man. If you can manage to get something from there, then that'd be, yeah, man. There's this thing. There's this thing on Twitter. If you have a Twitter, like game deals. Like it's this Twitter that basically just talks about deals on video games that are super good. Let me change this real quick. There we go. For what? The pick for what? Is it? Could it be? Could it possibly be Smash? Because it was like the pick for Smash, dang. Because this is like a lot of anticipation. Oh, the pick! Oh, the pick! This picture! Oh, shit. I could be so dumb sometimes. But thanks, dude. I deeply appreciate that. I'm actually liking how it's coming along, too. But yeah, thanks, bro. I deeply appreciate that shit. Ah, man. Shit. What was the thing? There's a thing. Forgive me for only know about old news. I'm not hip. But dude, I also I started finding out about drama in other smaller communities, and that just fascinates me, to be honest with you. Cause it's just these people who are just angry about things that really don't matter. But hey, I'm just as bad as them because I'm looking at this shit. So I can't really be the arbiter of what's right. But the thing is, like, I'm starting to get like exhausted. I'm like, man, they just don't stop. So I'm starting to try to find my. Well, you know what? Yeah, the cosplay community. I did notice some shit happening there, and I was like, excuse me, because like cosplaying is such a thing that, to be frank with you, I just didn't care about. I was like, oh, wow, that's so crazy. But then I was like, yeah, man, there's all this shit happen. I'm like, yo, this is terrible. This is horrendous. Found out what happened with that chick, where everyone's mad at her, and I was like, what did she do? Then I found out. I was like, ugh, this is not comfortable. Let's see, what's a complimentary to blue, green, red, orange? Yeah. Yeah, this food. Yo, what is good? Ah, man. There's a lot of messed up things, man. I was like, how? Like, man. And then, like, she started blaming her anxiety and stuff. I was like, this is not okay. It's weird, man. Like, the things that you don't care about turn out to have, like, super big connotations and, like, a lot of problems. Nothing as it seems. Protect your neck, as Wu-Tang Clan once said. From pits of Shaolin. Exactly, man. Like, that's just making, like, look, man, listen, it's the thing. We all got problems, you know, and you can't be blaming things like that. Like, that's a character issue, and character issues, like, look, you're not gonna know what's wrong until, you know, you talk about something. I'm not saying that she had to do it. In fact, I wish she didn't do that. But, you know, like, all I want is just honesty, you know, and some self-reflection. Like, I'm not perfect. I know this. Like, there's a ton of flaws that I have. I mean, I don't do that. I'm not trying to get Harvey Weinstein over here. But, you know, like, it's just exhausting. Then there's all this stuff about, like, she takes characters. I'm like, ah. Because sometimes people give a shit about, like, things that just don't matter. And then there's this, and I'm like, oh, snap. Because, I don't know. I just grow so wearied and exhausted from all these things. But what I was talking about was, like, the deviant art community. You know, Like, apparently that's something that's super divisive. I was like, oh no, this is not good at all. Well, like, what happened with DeviantArt is like, there's, it's more of like little things like, oh my god, this person steals art, and oh my god, this is how you make an original OC. I'm like, wow. Here's the thing, I'm okay with it. Like, you talk to people, you enjoy talking to people, and that's what matters. But sometimes people just get so self-obsessed, and it's like that's not okay. Because like at the end of the day, like here's the thing, all I want people to know is like, hey, at the end of the day, you draw pictures. That's what I do. At the end of the day, I draw pictures and I put things online. That's nothing to take too seriously. I love what I do, and I do make sure to protect it. But I'm not like it's just, as long as if I don't give examples of it, it makes no sense. But it's hard to think of an exact example. There's just a bunch of people who just get super angry. I'm like, it's art, man. But that's no way to think. Like, people have grievances. It's just, yeah, I'm just frustrated with people who just aren't okay with people expressing, like, it's hard for me to explain, man. It's just something little to interest me when there's nothing to think about. Oh my god, something bad happened today. So, this